controlling your kids. Family therapist Hal Runkle calls it scream-free parenting. So no reason in a house to have screaming going on, unless occasionally it's the kids.
Right.
Shouldn't be
Yeah,
the
there's no
parents.
such thing as scream-free kids.
Right.
Yeah, we all know that.
But the key, though, is consistency. And
Sure.
that just seems to be a problem, even in the best households, that one parent's the good cop, one parent's the bad cop,
Sure.
or you've got a babysitter, or you've got a nanny, or the people at the daycare parent differently from you.
Sure. The truth is that parenting is hard.
Yeah.
It is really, really difficult. And you know what I've come to believe? I think it's supposed to be that way. Because it's not just about my kids growing up.
Yeah.
It's about me growing up as well. You know, nothing forces me to
Right.
be more consistent, more patient, more forgiving, like being a parent.
Yeah, one of your key points is set reasonable consequences, and not just reasonable
Sure.
for the child, but reasonable for yourself.
Ultimately, absolutely. I say let the consequences do the screaming, right? Consequences are so much better teachers than we could ever be.
Right.
And if I can calm myself down enough, then I can introduce my kids to the logical consequences of their choices. So, you know, your daughter's left her bike out, right? And what you want to do, because she's left it out 5 days in a row, is just run the bike over and then back over it again, you know. Instead, what we do is we storm into the house. Say, how many times am I going to tell you? Just once I want to hear it say, I don't know. Why are you asking me that question? You know, instead,
You're the adult here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why
I'm
you
just
know,
a kid.
Instead, you know what? A scream-free parent says, look, honey, you love your bike. That's great. Just want you to know you have a choice. You can bring the bike in, or you can leave it out. That's your choice. Just letting you know that if you leave it out, I'm going to take it to Goodwill in the morning.
And it won't be yours anymore.
Exactly.
It will belong to some child who will take
Exactly.
it in. Yeah, exactly. Those consequences, though, can be very time-consuming. And
Yeah.
enforcing them can be time-consuming.
Absolutely.
You got to be prepared for that.
Yeah, you do. You do. Parenting, again, is tough. We signed up for something that is going to challenge us more than we ever thought. We've all said, God, this is not what I signed up for, you know.
Yeah, well, you're kind of stuck with it for 18
Exactly.
years, or in some cases longer.
Exactly.
Respect their privacy is an interesting point that you make, and it's something that parents think until they're about 17, kids
Sure.
deserve no privacy.
Sure. I reserve the right to go through everything of
Right.
theirs, to protect them from themselves. You know what that does, though? It just makes our kids better hiders from us.
Do you invade their privacy? There are times when you should, and is it
Occasionally.
when they give you reason?
Yes.
Pretty good reason.
And here's what I say. If they give you very good reason, then first, pause. That's ultimately what scream-free parenting is about. It's just creating a pause between stimulus, your kids pushing your buttons or giving you warning signs,
Right.
and response. And in that pause, check with other people. Don't automatically have this knee-jerk reaction that says, you know what, I need to invade their privacy
Right.
in order to protect them from themselves. No, just pause. You may need to choose and then to go through their stuff. But every time you do that, just realize you are causing somewhat of a rupture in the relationship. They're not going to automatically come to you
Right.
and trust you with their innermost stuff if they believe that you really reserve the right,
Right.
to invade them at any time.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Help is on the way in the next hour. Tell us what makes you go crazy with your kids, what makes you scream. Email your question to goodday@kdfwfox4.com, and Hal's going to be back in the next hour to answer, or try his very best as a family therapist to answer your questions.